Hey there, person watching. Thank you for tuning into my channel, Divine Femme Tarot 888. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. It's nice to see you. So tonight, I thought I would just do a general energy check, see what's going on with your energy, what you might need to know, what is around you, and let's get to it. Spirit guides and angels, please shield me, cover me, and protect me throughout this reading and beyond. Divine, please give me current, accurate messages for the person watching. Let's see. Oh, okay, wait a minute. This isn't... I don't know if I'll just leave it like this, I guess. Okay, so thank you for tuning into my channel, and I would like to send a big shout out to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so the next time I drop a video, you will be notified. Also, take what resonates and leave the rest behind for someone else. And shout out to all of my regular subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you for all the likes, the shares, and especially the comments. Keep them coming because I love them. Okay, let's see. What does the universe need my person watching you to know? What does the universe need my person watching to know? Ooh, oh, someone's going through a tower moment, person watching. What is going on? So yeah, we've got a big tower moment. We've got a lot of chaos going on, right? Something that maybe you have been stuck in for a long time that the universe is blowing you out of because you need to take a leap of faith, right? You need to take a leap of faith into something new. Again, this could also be about work, love, or life. Again, you could have, on the work side, you could have lost a job, right? Something could have happened. You know, maybe you weren't getting along with coworkers. Maybe you just kind of grew out of the situation. If this is a love situation, obviously there's been a huge breakup here. A lot of fighting, a lot of fussing. Could be same thing with family. I tend to think this is probably more of a love or a work situation. Yeah, someone is definitely, you know, stressed out right now. Definitely going through it. We have the 10 of Wands here in reverse, right? Someone's still going through a tumultuous time, a lot of fighting and arguing, disagreements. You know, wanting to leave, but not really knowing how to leave. And then we've also got the devil in reverse, right? So wanting to come out, again, wanting to come out of a bad, toxic situation, wanting to move on, wanting to take a leap of faith. But unfortunately, I think you were kind of stuck, right? I think in the love situation, whoever you were with was like keeping you bound to something. I feel like this was a long-term off and on relationship. Again, it was something that you guys really just could never get on the same page. Yeah, I feel like both of you are heartbroken in this situation, right? Especially you. I feel like this is somebody that you tried to work this out with. And I feel like friends may have come in between your situation, right? They may have been pouring more into friendship groups or maybe even a friend on the side, a lover on the side than they were pouring into you. And you kind of come to the conclusion that there's nothing else you can really do but walk away, right? So I'm sorry for the person watching going through this. I hate that you're going through this. If this is a work situation, again, a lot of stuff going on at work that's not cool. Maybe you found out some things that you weren't happy with. Maybe, again, you just grew out of the situation. Your job could be closing, but you definitely need to take a leap of faith because there's just too much toxicity going on, right? Maybe you have, you know, a lot of integrity and your coworkers didn't or your boss didn't, which left you heartbroken because you really like the job. And again, I think your coworkers were kind of going against you and you've realized that you need to definitely walk away. So let's get some more on this tower and let's see if this is more of a love or a work situation. I kind of have a feeling it's more of a love situation, but let's get into it. Yeah, I think this is an unfortunate situation because I feel like this is something that you really wanted to work, right? I think you made a lot of sacrifices. Yeah, this was a choice that you had to make. I feel like somebody else did come into the situation that was immature and maybe your person was immature and they just couldn't handle it. They couldn't take that step forward, but you got the Two of Cups here. So this is a choice. This was a divine connection. The universe truly wanted this to work out. You had high hopes for it, I think, for a long time, but the person you were with was extremely immature, right? They weren't able to live up to the expectations and the promises that they made to you, right? They were, you know, they were, I think, maybe younger than you. And that could have had a lot to do with why this relationship has fallen apart. Yeah, this cup of love was taken back, right? So either you or the person that, you know, you're watching this for took this cup of love back. They decided to pour it into somebody else. But I feel like whatever passionate situation that they went toward was just toxic. Like it wasn't something that was cool at all. Yeah, a lot of fighting, a lot of lying. You know, you could have caught this person in a lot of lies, you know. And again, I feel like this was somebody that you poured a lot of time and effort into, a lot of money into. You really, really wanted this to work out, right? There could even be children involved, but there's a lot of discussions, kind of a lot of hidden truth. Not a lot of open communication, unfortunately. And again, I think that really, truly broke your heart. I think you gave this person chance after chance after chance, and maybe things would get better for a little bit, and then they just kind of went left again. And I think you finally realized, yeah, it went from a strong situation to a very weak situation, right? It went from something that you completely chose and you wanted to be into and that you were invested in, right? Time, money, emotions, and now it's just broken all the way down, right? It's just at a point where you're like, no, this is not cool. Like, you're kind of starting to see people for who they are. You're starting to realize that, this person may not have been honest with you the whole time, right? And I feel like this could have even broken up a friendship. I feel like they could have listened to their friends more than you. And yeah, you had to actually make a choice, which is really good. I mean, that's actually a really self-care and self-love thing to do, to make a choice to walk away from somebody and possibly a friend group that, you truly loved and wanted to hang out with. And keep in mind too, you can switch the roles, right? Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. This could have been somebody else that walked away from you, right? That everything I just said prior, it was them doing it instead of you doing it. But I kind of feel like this is you. I feel like that you had just had it, that all the fighting and the arguing and the lying and the cheating and the spying on the phones and, just the deceitful behavior was just not cool anymore. Yeah, and we got the Emperor here. So I feel like you are sitting in your Emperor energy right now, male or female. Remember, I read energy. I don't read necessarily, sexual orientation or gender, I should say. But you're really sitting in your Emperor energy, right? You have everything you need, and that's why you were strong enough to walk away, because this came under the 8 of Cups, right? And it takes a lot to walk away from somebody you love. Especially somebody that you've invested so much time in, somebody that you thought you were going to end up marrying or, getting into a long distance, or not long distance. It could be a long distance relationship, but somebody that you thought, felt the same way that you did, right? But you have everything that you need to take this leap of faith after this Tower moment. You absolutely do. So, as much as this is hurting you right now, and as much as you hated to walk away, all of the lies and the deceit and, the things that you assumed were happening are happening. They absolutely are, with the Moon card here, right? The Moon card is hiding a lot of information, is not being truthful with you, not having positive communication, only telling you like half of the story, but you have to ask this person a direct question to get the full story, right? And that's not cool, person watching. That's not cool for anyone. Like, as an adult, you should be able to be honest with your partner, because, without honesty and without open communication, stuff like this is going to happen. Things are going to fester, your mind is going to spin, their mind is going to spin, lies are going to be told. Yeah, and someone is trying to hold on to this, right? I feel like your person is trying to hold on to this situation. You could even still be trying to hold on to this situation. Again, you've invested a lot of time and money into this, right? Look at, there's money in your feet, below your feet, there's money in front of you, you're thinking about money. So I feel like you were really the hustler in this situation, right? You were the one that brought the money. You were the one that gave them money. You were the one that helped pay their bills. And they're trying to hold on to that still, or you're trying to hold on to that still. Or it's not so much you may be trying to hold on to it, but you're just having a hard time letting go of it, right? You have to let go. This is crashing and burning. You have everything you need to move forward, but it's still hard, right? Because you love this person and you spent a lot of time with them. And I feel like you didn't want to have regrets, but unfortunately, now you're regretting the fact that you stayed, right? You're like, why did I waste my time? Okay. And don't do that, person watching. Don't do that to yourself, because look, there's a bunch of lies that you're going to find out about, right? Lies, deception, being deceitful, being malicious, being manipulative, that's all going to come out. That's all going to come out. And this is, again, under the Cup of Love in reverse. And this is under, check this out. So this falls under the, we got the Ten of Wands. We got the Ace of Cups in reverse. The Ten of Wands is in reverse, right? So they haven't come out of this. You guys haven't come out of this yet. I feel like this is fresh. This is current. And then you're going to find out all of these lies and manipulation, right? Because you're going to find out about the cheating. You're going to find out about the money being taken. You're going to find out about the lies about the vacations. You're going to find out, you know, someone's been pouring into somebody else and giving them money and taking them on trips and, you know, helping them out with their expenses and not helping you out, you know, leaving you to struggle and to be stressed out all the time. And that's just not cool, person watching. You don't deserve that. Not after everything you've invested in this, you know. And I feel like you feel kind of taken advantage of, you know what I mean? And again, it's hard to walk away from people you love, even when they make mistakes, because you're a kind person, you know, you want it to work. But look, you're the King of Pentacles energy, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor right now because you have made a choice to walk away from this, right? So this is solid energy here, earth energy. So you could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, right? And you've got the Wheel of Fortune in your favor. So you're either going to get a new job, you're going to get a raise, you have a lot of money in the bank, maybe, and hopefully you didn't spend all of it on this person, right? But it's going to end up making you stronger. It's going to turn you in from feeling weak in this situation to feeling strong, right? And yes, that's the truth. And you're going to have another love come in. You're going to have a new person come in. It could even be a good friend or a family member that's going to help you out with the situation. That's going to be super passionate with you. That's going to pour into you. And they're going to be much more mature than the person that you were dealing with in the first place, right? Let's see what's up with this Emperor energy. Let's see what's up with this Emperor. Oh, we got the King of Swords. Wow. So yeah, look, you're not going to take any more crap from this person, right? If this person wants to talk to you, that's okay, but they're going to have to come to you with the truth because you've pulled this mask off of this person, right? You've caused them to kind of get in touch with their demons, and you're not going to take any more crap from them. You're absolutely not. Yeah, and that, look at this. Information's going to come in fast. Like, you're going to get this within the next few weeks, if not sooner. Could be as late as a month. And because this person is up all night crying, right? They're crying about the lies and the manipulation and just, you know, the sheer like chaos that they caused in your life. Because look, they're realizing, look, they lost their 10 of Pentacles, right? They lost the best thing that ever happened to them. Because again, you poured into them. You helped them with their rent. You helped them with their medical expenses. You even helped them with their animals. You helped them buy clothes. You helped them with their car note. You did all this. You provided a solid foundation. You were supposed to be the 10 of Pentacles to this person. But guess what? They ignored you and poured into other people, right? That's exactly what they did. They poured into other people while you were sitting there begging for their time and attention. And they're like, oh, he or she will still be there, so I'm just going to go on and move on and do what I want to do. And that's ultimately what cost them this relationship, I believe, to be honest with you. And the universe has pushed you both out of the tower because they've had it. You know, they need you both to move on and grow. So let's get some oracle messages before they wrap this up. Let's see what this person actually wants to tell you. Going through this situation. What does the person watching need to know? Let's get some oracle messages. What does the person watching need to know? What does this say? I couldn't let you get close to me. Yeah, see, they always kept you at arm's length, right? You thought that this was going to be, again, your 10 of Pentacles. You were going to marry this person. It was going to be great. You invested so much into this person, but they could never let you get that close. You guys are like this, and then you get like this, and then you go like this. Right? It's like 5 steps forward and 20 steps back. And it was too much for you. It was too much of a teeter-totter. It was way too much. I know that I crossed the line with you. Absolutely, person watching. Wow. They know they crossed the line, right? They know that they were not cool to you. They know they were doing things behind your back. They were probably talking to people, these friends that were just not cool. They know they did you wrong. They absolutely did. And that's why they're suffering for it now, right? I feel you leaving me behind. Right? Isn't that ironic? Now that you've stepped out on faith and now that you want to move forward and do your own thing, they are feeling it. They are feeling that pull of energy, right? That you're calling back into yourself because you're not giving them that energy anymore. And that's what allowed them to do all this other stuff. It wasn't their nasty negative energy. It wasn't their manipulative ways. It was your positive energy. It was your light that poured into them. And they're feeling it hard now. I regret lying to you. What? Didn't I talk about lies throughout this? And remember, the King of Swords came out, right? You're not going to put up with that crap anymore. No more lies. And they regret it. Boy, they regret it heavily. They wish they would have never lied to you. That was like the worst thing they could have ever done. That's what screwed up the communication, right? That's what's forced this Tower. Pushed you away and caused you to get strength and take a leap of faith and move on to something else. And now it's killing this person. Absolutely. I'm starting to understand our connection. Well, great. Now that it's over, right? They're all of a sudden starting to understand it. Again, you pulled your energy away. And once you do that from a negative, toxic person, that's when it kicks in, right? But again, maybe you were meant to be with this person to trigger them into elevating, and to trigger them into not being a liar, and to trigger them into doing right by people, into being monogamous, into open communication. Your love and your support financially, mentally, and emotionally triggered this person to elevate, which is absolutely amazing. But it sucks because you don't get to see that. You know what I mean? Because you just don't want to deal with that crap anymore. I wish I had treated you better. Absolutely. We're going to end it right here. They wish they would have treated you better. They absolutely do, person watching. They regret everything that they ever did to you. If they could take it back, they would. But just know, you might have helped this person elevate to the point where the next relationship they get into, and or if you guys get back together down the line, they're going to know how to treat people now, right? Because they regret what they did to you. And you walking away has triggered this person into their dark night of the soul, into elevating, and into understanding you can't treat people that you love this way. Because it's not fair and it's not going to work. The universe will cause a tower and will destroy the whole entire thing. So I'm going to leave this here. Good luck, person watching. If you like this video, please throw a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys the next time I drop a video. Bye, person watching.